Welcome to Study Loop.
Our question says that a passenger on a boat moving at 1.7 meters per second on a still lake walks up a flight of stairs at a speed of 0.6 meters per second, figure 51. The stairs are at an angle of 54 degrees, pointing in the direction of motion as shown. Write the vector velocity of the passenger relative to the water. So I wrote out here what we were given. I wrote that the velocity of the boat, which I write as v sub b, is 1.7 meters per second. And I write that as in the I hat direction. So I say the boat is traveling in the X direction or I hat direction. Then the velocity of the person or the passenger, which I write as v sub p, is equal to 0.6 meters per second, but it's at an angle because he's walking up the stairs. So that's going to be multiplied by the cosine of the angle in the I hat direction, right, for X, and plus the sine of the angle in the J hat direction for Y, okay? And the angle we're also given is 45 degrees. And I draw out a little diagram here of the velocity of the boat direction, the velocity of the passenger, v of p, and then we're trying to find v of p prime, so the velocity of the passenger now relative to the water, okay? And so the red line here is what we're trying to find. So we can go ahead and write out what we have. We have v of p prime is equal to the vector velocity of the boat plus the vector velocity of the passenger. Okay, so if we plug in everything we have, we find that this is equal to, this will be 1.7 meters per second in the I hat direction, okay, plus 0.6 times the cosine of 45 degrees, also in the I hat direction, plus, oh, that's going to be in meters per second, so let's write out our units. Well, actually, it's all going to be in meters per second. Yeah, so let's go ahead and write out our units, meters per second, plus 0.6 now times the sine of 45 degrees and that's going to be in the J hat direction. It's also meters per second. Okay, well, we can only add things together if they're in the like direction. So we'll add the two I hat directions together. So 1.7 meters per second plus 0.6 times the cosine of 45 degrees. If you do that, that comes out to be 2.12 I hat direction, right? And then 0.6 sine 45 degrees is 0.42. J hat direction. And this is all in meters per second. Okay, then box that in because that's our solution.